We're hearing that BSF whistleblower Jawan Tej Bahadur has been dismissed from his service in BSF. A court of inquiry had been going on, and in the inquiry it was found that he in fact has caused much damage to the reputation of the BSF. I have with me Kamaljeet Sandhu for more details and updates. Kamaljeet, do we have more information on the court of inquiry that was initiated against Tej Bahadur?
As you rightly mentioned, there was a court of inquiry which was instituted by a senior officer. The investigation also proved that the other officers and Jawans who were in the company had actually alleged that there was no such allegations of bad food or poor quality of food being served. That perhaps was one of those other parts. And the other was obviously the behavior and the past behavior of this officer, of this particular Jawan, who's a constable. And remember, for 20 years, he had no promotion. He was posted only a few days ago to that particular location where he had made the video. The video was also in violation. So in a particular sense, remember, even though the government itself had mentioned that they're taking this as a matter of highest level, but the fact remains that now the inquiry has been concluded. This Jawan has been dismissed from service. He had actually sought a voluntary retirement on 31st January. That's not going to happen now. That means he's dishonorably discharged. He will not be getting any pension or any other perks that are actually due to a retired personnel. This obviously is a huge setback to Tej Bahadur, and he had made a video and he had also requested the Prime Minister to look into the aspects of corruption by senior officers who are actually siphoning off money meant for Jawan's food. But yes, now those charges have not been proved, and this is going to be a huge setback as far as Tej Bahadur himself is concerned.
In fact, Gaurav, you know, that video that he had made through which he had complained about the poor food arrangements had triggered a massive row. His wife moving court, speaking of, you know, the kind of torture, alleged torture that he was going through. She even claimed that he had been missing. But now we are hearing officially from the BSF that he has been shown the door.
He's been dishonorably discharged. In fact, the court of inquiry that proceeded against him asked him to furnish evidence, and he could not furnish any evidence whatsoever, whether it was siphoning off of funds, whether it was poor quality food, and the fact that at his same langar, food was sent to other Jawans also. It wasn't that food was being cooked poorly for him and better food for everyone else. No one else complained about the quality or the quantity of the food that was being served. The inquiry also looked into the kind of rations that were being given, where they were being procured. They went into the larger question of procurement of rations for BSF personnel, and in all of it, they found that there was nothing to substantiate the charges that were leveled by this Jawan. His wife then proceeded to a civil court, made some charges there. Again, those charges could not be substantiated, and for bringing disrepute to the border security force, also for some of the contacts that he had, again, which were seen as undesirable. So a lot of factors just added up where he was ultimately dismissed from service.
All right, so that's the news. Tej Bahadur, who had showcased through a video the kind of food that was served to him, has now been dishonorably discharged from service. Gaurav and Kamaljeet, thanks so much for joining us.